All right, here we go. I'm going to post the link to the Discord. I'll be right on. Give me another 20 seconds. Okay, here we go. All right, sorry about the late start, guys. Man, mornings and me just don't get along. I'm not a morning person, and yeah. Although I was not in bed as late as usual last night, but man, this morning just dragging. Yeah. And I forgot, I was in the mountains yesterday, and I forgot to preset my schedule. So I had to create the link and put all of that in there and then set everything up and then post it and blah, blah, blah. So that took a few extra minutes I forgot to do yesterday or the day before. So kind of slacking lately. Sorry, folks. All right. As everybody knows, not financial advice. This is educational only. If we can do some live trades as we go, it's at your own risk. I'll do my best to direct and guide, but ultimately, it's up to you to make those decisions. So, in the chat here, I'm going to go ahead and post a link for an upgrade from like monthly to lifetime. And I need to test what code works these days. Mornings are most importantly, you are here taking your time with us. Well, I appreciate that. Yes. I want to be here for you guys, of course, all the time. But, you know, better late than never at things, I suppose, huh? Well, we can get right to it. So what are we looking at today? Any stocks out there? I'd like to, excuse me. I'd like to get doing some analysis first on anything you guys want to look at before we go too far into stuff. Right now, as you guys know, I do all my trades on my phone. One of the experts doesn't have access because they didn't do... let me do something. Forgot about that. So yeah, send me some tickers and we can look at some stuff. Why am I not? This is not... There we go. Sorry, I need to do one quick text to somebody real fast, and then we'll get going here. New trader here, just learn and absorb as much as possible. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get going. Okay. That was Crystal, one of the experts here helping us out, as I saw in the Discord. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started here. What we trading exactly? What are we going to do today? What do we want to do? Let's see. My oil was doing wonderfully. I was about to close it yesterday. I wanted to hit a bit higher of a premium, and it's risen again today from the bottom there. So, as you guys know, I've been holding a USO put since late April. I have an October expiration, so the thing is dragging out way longer than I thought it was going to be. I'll show you. I'm going to turn off. So I use a volumized fair value gap indicator along with Mo's recipe. I do that because I like to see where more clear support resistance are. So real quick, I'll just go through this. So here's a USO with everything turned off besides some tools. And this white line is where I really wanted to sell at. And it was so close. Right there. It was so close. Yeah, it's in between the white line. I would even go for like a low 112. I know that $1 seems like silly, but it's significant, especially when you're so deep in the money. I'm talking like an extra. At this point right now, I would, if I can hit where I want to be, I'll be at another $800 from profit for a $2 move at this point. That's how much I've dropped down from 146. So I purchased this put way up here, about somewhere in this candle. So I've got 146 put from April. Yeah, right here. So actually, I was negative for a while and then came down. So anyway, that's what I've got rolling long term. It's the only thing I held on to last night was just USO, the old one. It's gonna be weird not seeing that in my list when I do sell it. So, all right. Any other comments I've missed here? Let me see real fast. I do have some questions. I'm sure I don't want to annoy, but I have some issues submitting shorts and longs on TradingView. Not sure what's going on. Life of Mark. Thanks for the comment, man. Let's see. Is that you're going through TradingView? Okay, these are all my orbs. Clearly haven't deleted them. I used to delete my old orb lines, but I've realized that they end up becoming almost like a support and resistance, and so I stopped doing that because gosh. Okay. Sorry, fielding texts with something else with this. Okay, so where am I at? Spy. So my old orbs tend to be like a support and resistance, and so that's why I leave them up. I used to delete them. I'll delete some if it's really in the way for like teaching and stuff, but I leave the stuff. So found the broker and TradingView, but how to create a live order. Well, see, I don't use TradingView for a brokerage. So if I'm on it right now. So like, if I right click on the screen, it gives me these options here. To be honest, I really don't know. If you go to the stocks channel of the Discord, if you go over here to the stocks channel and you tag Jordan Belfort here, tag Jordan. I know he does paper trading on TradingView with options and shares and stuff. I'm sure he can walk you through it quite easily versus me trying to guesstimate how to do this for you. I do know it's like a right-click deal, and then you can set your lines and all this stuff, but I have not done it because I use my phone to trade with Robinhood, and I can't link that into TradingView. I'm sorry. But yes, Jordan here would be able to be probably the one to go with because he does a lot of the TradingView like brokerage style stuff with his paper trading. So I know it doesn't answer your question immediately, and I can't show you live. But one of his lives that he does, he should be on. I think he's on. Here he is. So he'll be on tomorrow morning. There you go. Tomorrow morning, 7:30. I think he's usually on time, unlike me. Sorry, guys. So yeah, go ahead and check his stuff out tomorrow morning, and then he does comments like this too. If you want to wait, or for the day, for today, just go ahead and go to that stocks channel, and then ask him there. I would say the options channel, but because this channel is so busy and it's constantly moving, there's so much activity with chats in here. It's a bit it can get lost. So go to the stocks channel and do that route. All right, so yeah, so for that, well, we're gonna move on. That's all I got for you at the moment here. So PTRN, thoughts on PTRN? I did see your Gene there. I did see your SPY comment. I will get to that in a second. PTRN. What about what pattern group? I don't know who this is. Pattern group, interesting. Zoom out. Wow, look at that. Huh. Interesting. Well, I don't know much about them. I don't know who they are. I don't want to take too much time to Google them and stuff. But as far as the chart looks, obviously it's ran up since 2 earnings ago. It looks like we might be getting near earnings again soon-ish. At least in this view, since October, we're at all-time highs. Yeah, I mean it's pulled back a bit to this support level here. I don't know. It's a little tough to tell. This is not a lower support. This is a pretty good support here at 18, low 18s. But without knowing more about the company, it's hard to tell where it could go. Obviously, your better choice would have been to kind of get in this bottom down here, somewhere in there, right? And run it. But that's nice. RSI's looking pretty good. MACD's looking a little red on this side, though. For the looking at daily here, so I would wait potentially, not knowing the stock. I would wait to get to maybe down into these low 18s and see what it does there if it holds really well. Because we also, so if you look at this, you have a really strong support here and a strong support here, both pretty well within the same range. If it drops below that, we have a little bit lower support there and there. But yeah, so kind of go with that. It's best I got for you, not knowing this stock. All right, sorry. Don't know really what else to say. I don't want to guide you the wrong way. Could it go higher? Of course, but not knowing what they do, what they are, it's a little hard to say, right? Okay, Red Monster on Q's 5 minutes ago. Oh, that is a big one. Yeah. Wick down, came back up though. So here's the thing. I might not do much of anything today, only because oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Just went red. Did the whole thing go red? Well, don't forget, guys, we have FOMC tomorrow, right? The FOMC meeting, the first meeting with Warsh, and so that's going to make the day today really kind of iffy. It's gonna be choppy, or it's gonna sell off. It's gonna price in no movement. Yeah, see, we're just choppy this whole morning since open. We haven't done much of anything, as as I kind of expected, to be honest. What is happening? Trying to look at some stuff here for you. Witching weekends Thursday, true, because we have Friday off. Yeah. So we have witching, or we have what witching is, for anyone new. Witching week, or quad witching, if you hear that, it just simply means that there's a lot of option expiring that week, which, to be honest, it's a little confusing, because we have options expiring every Friday, or during the day, but there are certain dates that compile more than one larger chunk of options, because sometimes stocks will only run monthly, and like QQQM, I believe, is one that runs like 4-week blocks, and so they will end at the same date as others that have been running on the weeklies, right? So you'll have more volume ending on those days, and those more are considered like the witching, because it's like scary and it feels cursed. That's how I take it. I mean, I'm sure there's a better definition from somebody else, but that's kind of how I take it. So yes, like QQQM, they are ending on the 18th tomorrow, same as others out there. So we have a huge volume ending tomorrow. So if you look at the options chains of like calls or puts, well, not so much today, because it can be confusing, but like 2 weeks ago, the 18th showed a large amount of volume. And that's why. That's part of the reason why. All right. So it's crazy today because FOMC. We also have the ending of many of the options contracts tomorrow. And so because of that, it makes the market really iffy. And market does not like to be confused. If the market's confused, it tends to be choppy or overall just slightly bearish. But when it's slightly bearish, or slightly bullish even, it's really hard to trade, because we have this. It's just up and down. Now with SPY here, this isn't moving much. We have a 735 down to a 730, so that's a huge movement here. So if you're trying to catch like scalps, this would have been great to do, but because this was our prior at 32, it's just a quick movement, and it's hard to gauge where it's going to actually go. So we call this chop. It's just up and down, just chopping up, chopping down, chopping up. It's random in between. It's hard to track. It's hard to chart, that kind of thing. Where if you go over to like a different, a singular stock, it might be a bit more smooth. This is APLD. I've been just trying to track this one lately. It's been kind of difficult. It'll rise and fall halfway, then it rises and stalls, and so this one's not a great one to look at. We could do like Tesla. Look at that. So this is very busy. I my charts are quite busy, and I'm kind of used to that. In my job, I do ultrasound of the heart, echocardiography, and so because of that, I have a lot going on my screen, and so when it comes to trading, I don't mind, So I have this old trend line here, this green line, from a peak as of before, and ironically, it's lining up beautifully today. Right here. Been tracking straight down that last few days. So if we hold and don't break too far down below this trend line, it'll stay on that. So you guys could draw that for yourself too. Just go back about 3 months and find the most recent peak and kind of just eyeball where a nice line would match up. And that's all I did. And then I kind of just track that. As far as the other horizontal lines, those are the Fibonacci lines. And you just go to a high point right here, click it, and you drag it down to a low point. And now this is kind of older, so I left it, but that's what you would do for a current stuff. And so then you draw it out. I can show you a clean one if you want to go over Fibonacci. SoFi looks good today, does it? All right, yeah, I've been in and out of SoFi. I don't know, man. Ironically, I love their Robo portfolio account. That's actually kind of fun. I put some money in there to see what it would do. It's pretty good. I think it rivals really closely to the Robinhood management account. I've got both because I want to test things, and I've had the Robinhood account for almost a year on management, so they just auto do things for you. But I think, and even though my SoFi one's only been about a month, maybe 6 weeks, I think they're going to surpass Robinhood's, in which case I'll just shut that one down and move funds. They are buying very different things, even though they're set the same way. So it's cool. It's kind of cool. AutoCAD 40 years. Love your clean charts. Thanks. Yeah, this isn't very clean. I mean, to me, it's just all details, right? But I don't know what is going on with this up here. That got confusing. Sometimes my stuff, like, it blends. I don't know. That was a CCI. I like using that. The commodity channel index. It's more sensitive. And I put that one on top. It's more sensitive to movement. It's an RSI, essentially. Mitch from the Discord, one of our members, he actually told me about this. And I like it. It changes a bit quicker before normal RSI does. That's this one down here. So I like it. So this is Tesla. I don't see much movement today. It looks bearish, following that trend line down until we hit maybe 394. It's sitting on this fib right now, 399 fib. I would hate to see it go 394, but it could. There's an order block right here, which could be a support for it. So it's possible that what is blowing up my phone, man? I don't know what's happening here. So yeah, watch Tesla for a downside between 399 and 394. All right. Let's see. Yeah, the Robo thing's cool. If you guys, I have a link for you. It's an affiliate link. If you want in the Discord, I can send it to you. We both get a little bit of a kickback. If you, I don't really care. You know, it's all right. If you just want to do it on your own, that's fine. 400 strong resistance for Al. Well, here, Crystal's here finally. She had some issues getting in today. Let's see. Yeah, the link I was sending her apparently was telling her to download Studio or something silly. So I don't know. These links sometimes they're weird. Some people have issues getting on these all the time, and everyone's like last week, it was like, oh, I can't get on. Everybody else got on. It was fine. I don't know. 400. Yep, that's kind of around where we're sitting at right now. So that's what I was just saying, that that's around this fib 399 400. So around here is that resistance and support, and then we have Tesla, yeah. And then if it drops from there, you know, we could go all the way down to the 394. So should we look at SoFi? Should we try to find a stock to do some live trading on? My USO call is up a little bit. That's nice. I wasn't paying attention to it, so that's cool. I do wish USO was down at like 112 instead of 117. Yeah. Ugh, gross. Yeah. Yeah. It'll get back down there, I think. This is obviously going to be a level of support. It's been tapped a few times right there. So unfortunately, that's going to be one to break through. But I would love to get to 112 before I sell my long put on it. So we'll see. We'll see. But gold's been doing wonderfully since oil's been dropping, so that's been awesome. Looks like SpaceX is dropping. I've got SNK. SNK is my oof. Yeah. Yikes. Definitely down today. Overbought on Hood. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird day. Like there's gonna be some stocks that run like crazy for no apparent reason, and some that drop for no reason. So Tesla's fallen today because I see them as linked to SpaceX, and so obviously SpaceX is falling right now. I'm not gonna play options on these things until they calm down, because they're just nuts. The bid-ask spread is actually very good, but IV is at 155 for at the money put right now for SpaceX, and that makes things very expensive. And you know, you could try to play it, but like one wrong move and it's just gonna reverse on you so fast. But what you could do is something like SNK or any of the SpaceX shorts, because these are shares. And so what I do, and I already had been buying, is, where is it? I buy just chunks of the shorts shares, since they're overall kind of cheap. I know Mo had bought one that was, or no, it wasn't Mo. Who was it? It was a guy I follow on Facebook. He bought one that was like $7 instead of 15. I don't forget which one. There's like 3 of them out there, so you can check which one you like. Look at volume and just make sure the volume's good. But yeah, if you want to get in now while it's kind of cheap, and then if SpaceX was to drop significantly, you know, back down to like 135, this is gonna fly, even though they're brand new. So just keep that in mind. There's always, well, okay, it won't be so always. There's often inverses to stocks, for the major ones at least. There's you can buy the stock itself, you can buy leverage stock bullish for it, or leverage stock against it, and a lot of times they're pretty decent. And there's one SCO. That one is the other side for oil. So as oil was dropping, SCO will rise, similar to this. As SpaceX falls, SNK, or there's others, they will start rising. So you check that out. So that's kind of cool. Here's the Qs, still just chopping around. Not much real change today. You said Hood. You can check out Hood and see if we. Oh wow, yeah. Wow. 104. Look at that. 5 minute. I love how the indicator is yelling at you overbought, except it's still going. This shows you, just because the market tools we have show you certain things, like even this RSI right here is screaming shaded. This is too hot. It's gonna drop. It's still going. It's like, yeah, no, we're good. I've seen oversold on one of those really bad days on IWM. It was every single candle was saying oversold, and the RSI, this little shaded part down below here, but for, you know, because it was low, it was just huge. It was just so funny. It's like any moment it's gonna turn, and it didn't for like 2.5 hours. Then at that point it just went flat. It was wild. It was wild. So Hood, yeah, obviously if we were to like orb this one, I think it would have done well. Let me get this RSI a bit more calm down. Okay. So for orb, you mark the top and bottom of the wicks of the first 15-minute closed final candle. I'm not going to mark the bottom because obviously this is bullish. Then you move to a 5-minute. And optimize your screen a bit more. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. All right, there we go. So once you optimize your screen so you can see better, and you have the 5-minute time frame on here, all you do is, at this point, wait for the candles to cross that line and confirm above. What does that mean? That means you don't want the candle touching. You don't want the wick below. You don't want it to be cut by the line. So this one is too iffy because we have a wick below. This one, these three, are confirming candles, except the fact that they're screaming overbought and RSI is high. So in this scenario, I would be nervous to enter a call here because of what it's saying, though it ran anyway. So it's always up to you. These are guidelines. Obviously, they can do anything they want to do. But if you had entered a call right here, and what I'd like to do is target my stop loss near the orb line. Now without the day trading rule, I kind of don't care really where it is. If I get stopped out really early, I'll just jump back in. There's no real big issue with that. On my margin account, my cash account is a little bit more annoying. So if you put the stop loss somewhere in there, it's showing a 0.9. We'll just call it 1. I like to do a 1 to 2 to 2.5 box here. So if this is 1, then I would have done this one at more of like a 2.5, somewhere in here. And if you had done that, 101 call to 103, you know, is a $2 move, and that's not too bad. Obviously, if you see that the trend is still continuing, then just hold on to it, right? If we had gone to a 104 call or strike, that's a $3 move before this is going to come down to retest. That's wonderful. But it's scary because we have all of these overbought signals. So yeah. So that's how you do orb. That's it. That's as easy as that is. The same thing can be done for anything else. Tesla here, you could do that for Tesla. 15 minutes. Here's a candle. We're going to mark the top and bottom. I'm going to change the color to purple since there's a lot of color going on in this one. Oh, that's a little off. There we go. And then 5 minutes. You don't have to do top and bottom. I mean, if the trend obviously is going in a direction, just, I mean, you can always go back and add it later if it changes, but you know, whatever. So the purple line here is the bottom of the orb, all right? And then it's not, I mean, these were confirming candles, but then it went right back up to break it. And then, so yeah, here we go. So this is the first, technically the first confirming candle is this one over here. Kind of annoying, honestly, right here. That's the first one because the rest of those are, they're iffy, and then they're breaking the line, or they're in the channel. So those don't work at all. This is the first one right here. But it's also sitting on that trend line, which tends to be a level of where things bounce. Of course, they can fail through. But yeah, so I would definitely be careful with Tesla today. Until there's much more of a major move, it's going to be iffy. But that's how you could do orb on Tesla today. Not like I said earlier, I'm not seeing much of the good stuff happening today because of FOMC tomorrow. And then of course, members here mentioned the witching, the options ending tomorrow too. So Oh, I just got an alert on my iPad here. HOOW. Who? Wow. I don't know how you would try to say that. Is the weekly Hood ETF. So what this one is you get paid a weekly dividend to hold shares on Robinhood, but not actual Robin stock. You use this one. This is Roundhill's version of it. So they do options on Robinhood on their stock, and then the income they make goes to fund this ETF, and they pay a dividend weekly based on how they're doing. So if Robinhood does well and these guys do well, your dividend goes higher. There's a bunch of weekly dividend stocks that are out there. Gold has some. ARM has one. There's a handful. Tesla, Nvidia, Robinhood. So I like these. They're pretty fun. To be honest, since oil is starting to go back up again, I have done quite well on GDXW. That one I have growth and dividends. Oops. So that might look a bit weird in the charts. I'm not sure why. TradingView doesn't like this one. I'm not really sure. Isn't like I don't really get why the charts on this one for TradingView is like really weird. In anywhere else I look at it, it's totally fine. So I don't know, but this is a great one. I'm up 12% on growth on top of payments on Tuesday for dividends. So yeah, look into those weekly dividend paying stocks. I think are pretty cool. So yeah, jeez, look at that. Wow. Buy SNK on July 6th. I mean, you could obviously float in between there, Bill. Do what you're gonna do. Do what you want to do. Whatever. I already have been picking up bits and pieces of it as I go. I bought. How much did I buy this morning? I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, so I have 33 shares right now. So I'm only up a little bit because, it's moved around. So, I'm not too worried about it. It opened up at 21. Obviously it fell because SpaceX took off. Get it? Rockets taking off. Blast off. Anyways, bad joke. So it has room to go back to baseline, and then of course, who knows where it's going to go from there. But just be careful with it, because if SpaceX does not drop significantly and continues just taking off, even against common sense, then these shares will do poorly, obviously. So, how do I get to the zoom settings right? My candles are extremely huge on all different time frames. So like if you open a time frame and they're like, so what you do is you go over to, on the browser here, same thing you do with mobile. You go to the price bar on the very far right. You just click it or tap and hold, and then just drag up or down. So if you drag up, you'll make them a bit more like stretched. So I'm not sure what big, I don't know if big means like tall or like really zoomed in. If you're on the browser, I just use the mouse scroll wheel to kind of stretch them, and then use the price bar to change their height. So it's a bit of a scrolling. If you have the mouse with the bar, use the scroll to stretch them. Or you can go with the time frames down here. You can click and drag, same thing. Or tap on the mobile app. That's how you make them. You change your view of the charts. Did I miss any comments? I don't mean to miss anything, everybody. We could look at SoFi. That'd be fine. If I miss a comment, feel free to just say it again. I'm not trying to ignore you. If I don't know an answer to a question, I'll just straight up tell you. I'm not here to try to be a perfect, you know. If I don't know it, I'll try to figure out for you or help you with, you know, like earlier with Jordan's thing. So, oops. Marking out orb on SoFi. Yeah, just flat. Out of all the ones looked at so far today, Hood's been the most accessible, but scary because it continuously says overbought, and it's ignoring everything. But that's the only one so far that we looked at today that's actually pretty decent when it comes to orb. Oh, looks like my USO call is dropping. I just got an alert. Let's see. I don't want to hold things. Yep. I'm just going to close that one down then. It was that I put the call on as insurance essentially for my long put, just to make sure if it did run a lot, then it was helping out. So, but yeah, SCO is back up. That's the inverse oil shares. That's cool. All right, I'm on my watch list again. I don't see anything that's. Oh, sadly, Alpha's dropping. Man, Alpha's on a rocket ship this week, right? Man, up and up, flat, staircased all the way through is wonderful. Man, my Alpha shares, I have a 56 price average on those, up 15%. Very nice. Amazon, Google, they were falling today. Ooh, they fell a lot today. Over $5 on Amazon, over $8 on Google. So those two we could have orbed, or some, you know, if you were up there earlier, if you were ready to rock, you know, earlier, could have done orb on that. So 15 minutes, horizontal line. I use a horizontal array. It's easier, so I'm gonna click and done. And if you can use the keyboard keys, just fine tune that. So we have a breakdown, but see, this wick broke back through and came right back up. That wouldn't work. This one could work, but it's this thing oversold, which is a little scary to jump into something right there. And then it does go back up. Now that's your hint. With this indicator, with Mo's recipe, guys, that's your hint right there. That plus we had a reversal of the CCI here. And see how it reversed first? CCI started going back up again before this one took over. So MACD's line didn't even catch it until you already were in reversal. The CCI line caught it first, which is kind of cool. So that's why I like CCI mixed in with all these things. But yeah, so this candle would have been confirming you downside, but with the oversought alert, a little bit scary. This one right here is your confirming candle for the next section. Why? Because the wick didn't touch the line and it didn't break the candle. So, and it's a pretty large, strong one too. So if you were to open up a short somewhere in that candle, because this is a 5-minute time frame, right? So the candle's going to kind of fluctuate. So if you were to open up somewhere in here, target the orb line or somewhere close to the orb line for your stop loss, that would only be a 50-cent move. which is, you know, can be significant for Tesla. For Tesla, I would probably go 1 to 3 because it moves so much. For like your visual box, I use these boxes as a visual. I'm a visual learner. I like seeing things. I like knowing right where they are visually and not have to think about it. Without that, it's like, okay, I know numbers. I know I want it to get to 362, but then I gotta go, all right, where is 362? Oh, there it is. Okay. Where if the box is right there on 362, it's right there. No thinking involved. So, man, hood at 106. Jeez, I'm getting alerts all over the place. Yeah, whoever's in hood right now is happy. So orb would have worked out quite nicely. Not so much earlier, but 8:30 when we first started here, yeah, it would have worked out quite nicely. CCI. So if you go to your indicators tab and you just type in CCI, it's the Commodity Channel Index. It's basically what I consider it to be a sensitive RSI. Use it like that. And then it's just larger too. So it has a larger band, like 200, like size 200. So what I do is if the blue line is running up and we're getting to the 100 point and it's going into the 100 plus or the negative 100 plus, that is a strong trend in that direction. That's kind of how I look at the RSI or the CCI on it. Okay. I like having that mixed into things. I think it's just a little more sensitive. So it'll start telling you what might be coming up just a little bit before the other tools do. Netflix. Man, I'm still trying to find the bottom of Netflix, to be honest. I keep buying and it falls. I keep buying and it falls. It's been quite frustrating. Last time it did this, I didn't buy it and it ran hundreds. So I'm like, I won't make that mistake again. And now it just won't run at all. So what I am seeing, kind of, it's a little off. I was going to say a double bottom right there and right there. They're not perfect. Well, you know what? That's pretty darn close. So double bottom on charting would be a bullish movement, generally. Doesn't have to be. We are in a low time frame though. 5 minutes. Yeah, see? It might. Oh, it's so ugly. Yikes. This was my resistance line I drew way back in, oh, not way back, early June. Netflix. Yeah. Potential double bottom here. So keep an eye on that. This thing's just so iffy. I don't know. If this holds, it'll be a nice bullish movement from here. You can kind of target the distance it fell. Roughly. It's not always perfect, but if you were to do that, then move it back to the top of those candles. Yeah, it's gonna be right. Ironically, look at that. Didn't even plan for that. It's almost the same distance as this. Come on. As this gap, this fair value gap order block here. Isn't that funny? It's almost the same exact height. I wonder if that's a thing. So this is what I've done before. I just take the distances from the major lines of the candles before they dropped to the double points in the bottom. I just I just do a price range, and then I'll just drag that to the top, and that will tell me how far, if it's going to reverse, how far it's going to get there, and then I place that as my price target. So I'd be targeting 80 for a Netflix rebound. We'll see if that works. We'll come back to that later, I guess, and see if that works. I'm gonna change that color. I don't know if it will work, but if it does, that'd be super cool, right? There've been some times I've done that. I'll mark things out like this. I'll come back in like 3 or 4 days, and like, oh, look at that. I'll leave all the drawings there. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there. Oops. And we'll see what happens. But that's what I would do, is look for a rebound somewhere in the mid 77 range. If it falls too far below these wicks, then the double bottom doesn't exist, or at least it failed. In which case, all of this is deleted. So, but yeah, that might be a thing, even though it still looks bearish. But tomorrow is going to be really interesting, to say the least. And Hood's still going. Tony. Yeah, no problem. Everybody's learning. I mean, even when I do things like this, I'm like, hey, look at that. That's cool. I always price this out, but it just happened to be that since I have the volume indicator turned on, it shows a box, and my box looks like that box. How interesting, you know? So, I mean, everyone's always learning something new. I didn't know about this CCI thing until Mitch, one of our members, mentioned it, and I was like, I like this. This is cool. That's really interesting. So yeah, the market is too expansive, it's too huge to not be learning something literally every day. Either it be an error that you've done, or a macroeconomic change, or something. Learning about inverse stocks based on oil or gold or whatever, right? So yeah, we're always learning something. You're doing great. I appreciate it. Life of Mark, thank you so much. If you're still on, I appreciate your kind words. Always helpful. Earlier put on Google, sold too soon. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Yikes. SPY is just kind of chilling. Let's put, oh. Well, that's weird. Deleted Mo's thing. Oopsies. Yeah, we are in a little bit of a rebound, looks like, potentially. We could do, oh yeah. On the 5-minute here, SPY is rising a bit. We have the 5 about to cross the 13 right here. If it crosses the 13, be careful of it rebounding off of the 50. That's just one candle worth, really, to be honest. It's a very, very small range. I likely will do nothing today. Like, I'm... Crystal, making me blush. Oh my gosh. I don't think I did. Come on now. Anything going on in here? Yeah, it's hard to tell. Is stuff selling off pricing in tomorrow? Is it selling off because it's just we ran so much? What's actually happening? Right? Like our... And tomorrow being the first meeting, he's expected to hold rates. He's not expected to... Oh, look at that. Broke the 50. Microsoft put. Yeah, you would be. You and your expensive contracts, man. Crystal here loves the. I mean, I made that sound negative. She just loves to play with big money. She boss lady, and so she's got some bags to play with. I mean, I could, and I have. She's called me out a few times on it, like, "Oh, look at you playing big money," but I'm way more conservative with stuff. But this looks. I mean, overnight hold would have been gorgeous. Holy cow! I bet yours was. Was yours overnight? You hold a put overnight? What time was that? You opened it probably what, right about here? Or did you open it like 2 days ago? That would have been a little scary to open a put right there, though, to be honest. I don't know. I would have thought maybe it would have at least tapped the 50 first, but nope, just sold straight off. So, what is that price range? Opening $6 or $6 from this morning, and more than that from last night. 9, beautiful. That's gorgeous. Yeah, Orb would have helped out this morning too for Microsoft. Obviously, I need to probably add some of these to back to my list because they were there for a minute, and then I don't know what I did. I got busy with something else. I don't know. For sure. Yeah, I was playing some spreads on SPX, which is really terrifying, to be honest. Before it closed yesterday, I called it. I told you. I figured. I said, I told you. I said, I bet you opened it right here, right there, somewhere in here, and that was right before close. Yeah. It's funny. You have people that you trade with enough, you kind of learn how they do things, and which is really helpful because you can kind of not predict them, but you can say, all right, she opened it yesterday at this point. Why would she do that? People that are more experienced in certain stocks, like Crystal loves to play Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, SPX, I think. That's pretty much, I think that's like your top 4, right? 3 to 4. And so she learns those movements. Jordan likes the SPY and the Q, and that's pretty much what he sticks with, and he learns those movements. And so I tend to be kind of all over the board. I'll have my certain specifics that I get obsessed with, and then I run from there. But let's price out Orb here and see if it had worked. Big candle. Five minutes. Here's one for large movers. This is more of an advanced Orb strategy here, but I'm waiting for 384. I mean, it definitely could do that. Slow consolidation and one more drop down. Definitely could do that. Yeah, for sure. And with this, all you need is like what? One good candle to get wicked in. Bloop. And then, if you have a sell order already placed. Yeah. So for this, you do Orb, you drop that line on it, you get right to the wick there. There you go. And then wait for confirmation. Oof, look at that gorgeous doji. That is beautiful. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Look at that. That is an indecision marker if I've never seen one. Look how beautiful. Can we just take that in for a second? Look at this. I guess I get excited about dojis because they're not, I wouldn't say they're rare. They're not rare, but that gorgeous, perfect middle, just, So this right here is telling you that either it's going to be a big move up or a big move down because there's indecision and it's a large wick. 86 to 85, almost a whole dollar right there. And it flattened out in the middle with this itty bitty little tiny candle body. So generally since the trend, you see all the tiger stripes, they call them tiger stripes, or claw strikes, whatever. All the EMAs are all moving the same directions. If like a paw grabbed it and scratched, right? They're all moving the same direction. So that plus red candle showing up, red MACD, that doji would signify likely a stronger move down. And it did. Almost $2 in 5 minutes. 10 minutes. That's pretty cool. So yeah, look for dojis. They signal something significant will happen next, whether it be up or down. And then the rest of your indicators is what you use to show, right? Stopped SPX, lost too much. SPX is yeah. No, I don't blame you. I've tried a few times on some movements, and it works out when it works out. But it is definitely one of those where, man, that thing can whip on you instantly, and because it moves so much, it just takes out capital, or it gives you back a lot. Man, if you don't catch it just right, yeah, it can really screw you up. I don't know. This thing's looking like it's trying to go back up. I don't know. MACD's kind of turning up on you. CCI is as well. I don't know. Do I have my volume turned on? I do. Don't see any blocks in here. Oversold. Oh, there's a block. Change your time frames. If you're going to use the volumized fair value gaps to look for support resistance, I've noticed that too. Change your time frames to look at older stuff, and just prior older stuff actually works out pretty significantly to be your resistance points. Now this one is pretty large. I would say it's pretty strong because it's given me a box all the way over to where we are today. This normally doesn't happen, but it held out for, was it 1, 2 into the third day? Yeesh, that's pretty strong. So then this was a buying block. Essentially, it's green. So even though they were a mixed sell and buy, in between all that, there was buying pressure. So I would think that this is going to at least get back up to midway. I would look out for this to come to about here. If it does do a full rebound, it might get to this point in the box and then reject and fall. I don't know this one very well, so I'm just guessing what this usually means for me. I mentioned earlier advanced orb. So what that means for large moving stocks like this, so $4 move right here, just within that channel, that's significant. If you were to do orb on Walmart, let's say, or like Nike, your orb box is going to be $1.20 in a whole channel. It's not going to be significant enough. But when you have things that move, Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, that kind of thing, even Robinhood at times, for sure, like today, would be one of those days. It's still going. My goodness. Oh, it's so funny. Ooh, Victoria's Secret's moving. Just got to update about that stock. They also changed their ticker, by the way. And dude, I remember playing Victoria's Secret calls at $20, and now they're 80. How did I miss that move? Ugh. To be honest, I didn't think it was going to do much because they're an expensive brand, and the economy's not doing like wonderfully. So I thought that would be one of those like iffy ones, similar to Lululemon type of deal. But no, people love their VS, I suppose. Sorry, back to orb here. Advanced. What you do is you take the top and bottom and you average them. I'm not going to do the math right now, but add together, divide by 2, gives you a number. That number you put over here. Let's say it's going to be 88.75. So you go to roughly around that point and you place a middle. I like to do the middle being white, to be honest. That's just kind of what I do. So let's change these ones to yellow. All right, so those go yellow, middle is white. Why do I care about the middle? Because if this was to come back up into the channel, and to give you a better idea of where it might rebound, Orb tends to like the middle of large channels as a consolidation point. So if it does do that, and you break into the channel from the bottom in this scenario, you could run a call from the break in to the channel up to midline, targeting, I don't know, let's target like something that's not significant, about right there maybe. So if it was to break in, I'm not saying that in this scenario Microsoft is going to break into that channel. I'm just suggesting that if it was going to do that, the likelihood that it sits somewhere around the midpoint is pretty high. Now, it won't be like just tapping the line along. It could actually be inside, and the candles will break in and out of that midpoint to consolidate before either moving more bullish or failing and moving more bearish. But this midline on Orb tends to be a significant consolidation zone for break back ins. Is that a word? Is that a phrase? Break back ins, break ins. I don't know what to call it. That just seems to be what it does. If it's going to break into the channel, it likes to sit around the middle. So watch Microsoft. See if just like with Netflix, we'll see if I'm right. See if it does come back up to at least this line here, if not the middle, and we'll see if it does. I don't have time to hang out all day and watch this, but you know, go ahead and give that a shot. Back over to SPY. Yep, same thing, just choppy chops. This would have been really scary to play. Look at that. Like, you get into a put. If you don't sell here, you're reversing. You go green. Oh no, you sell. Oh, it's red. Oh, back in. Oh, it's green. I'm selling. It's exhausting. On chop days, it's sometimes, man, if these days are choppy and you can't find a stock that you're really wanting to play, then you're just better off not. Look at Hood. My gosh. Unreal. Is there news on Robinhood stock? Like, what is happening with this thing? It's like unstoppable. We are losing volume though. MACD is a little bit turning. Look at that. 97. Almost a $10 move on Robinhood. Wow. That'd be a fun one to be in, but scary the whole time. Like, any minute this is gonna be a big red candle, you know? Any minute. $2 move candle. How'd you set up a quick stop loss? Robinhood wants you to enter a trade, mostly 0DT, where you don't have time to mess around. Yeah. Well, you basically, when you're in a trade, how do I do this? On Robin, you know, I use the mobile app, and it is definitely very different from the Amazon. If you look at Amazon, that thing fell a lot too. It still might go down today. All right, so I'm gonna walk through verbally on the phone here. So once you enter a trade, you go into something. I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna open up an Amazon put right now live, just so I can walk through with you. I don't expect to hold this thing at all. All right, so now I'm in a Amazon put. I've got an Amazon 240 put on 617 0DTE, right? My premium is 0.77. I go to the trade button, or in the browser, it would be just over there on the corner on the side. You click sell or close. Then you go to, instead of actually closing it, right, you go to the drop down box, which should be in the far corner. You know what? Forget this. Let me just give me a second. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna block this out just for a just for a moment here. I'll just go ahead and get right in. Since I'm in this thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. We're just gonna go show you. Instead of walking through, do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm only blocking you just because I want some anonymity with the whole portfolio. But let me grab this thing. When I get to the Amazon tab, I will... Why is it? Yes. Yes, it's me. Go in. Yes. I like that thing, but it's annoying. All right. Once I get to my Amazon tab here, I'll bring this screen back up for you. All right. It's taking its sweet time. All right, here we go. All right, so here's what it would look like in your browser. So once you open up an option and you have, oh, this isn't the right one. This is my oil one. Sorry. Give me a second. Where'd my other one go? Oh, that's why, because it's in the wrong... I'm in the wrong portfolio. Huh. Makes sense to be in the right one and show you. All right. There we go. Okay, now we're back. Okay. Well, it's going against me right now, just so y'all know. Okay. So here's what you'll see. So on the browser, when you open up an option, here's what you're going to see. And you go to close, sell to close, you're going to go into the little arrow, little caret down here. Stop market or stop limit. It's kind of up to you and what you want to do. It's very similar on the app. You simply click on the limit order drop down tab and you place the exact same thing. But to be honest, I usually just use the stop market one. It's unless it's moving very quickly, that seems to be the easiest one to do. So you just would place your premium of what, it's saying it's 0.75. So if I was going to target like 0.50, 0.5, you just type that in, 0.5, good for the day, review order, send. And then that's going to then hold a line and close out your order at 0.5 if it was to drop that far. Now, if you want to do the inverse, where you want to sell it as yesterday, I had a sell order put in for oh, that works, making some money. Nice. I had a sell order already put in for USO to sell my contract at a certain premium price. It didn't hit it. It didn't get there. But if it had while I was busy throughout my day, then it would have gone the other way. So it would have been more of a trailing stop. No. It would have been a sell order for like a stop on top end. So let's say I want to sell this at 0.82. I just point at 0.82 and then review and submit. And now it's just going to sit there and wait for it to hit 0.82 and have the bid and ask spread get just right enough for it, and it will sell out. And as soon as we hit that, it'll just disappear. So that's one way that you can do it. It would be cool if it actually happens right now while we're live. But you can put an order above and have it hit that. So if you're busy but you want to sell at a certain rate and you think it's going to get there, you can set one above. You just hit the caret and you do what you want to do. If you want to do market, if you want to do stop market. To be honest, they're all kind of the same. They're very, very similar to me. Stop price is more like what I really want it to be. Like if it's like 0.7, no, that's actually too high. It'd be like more like 0.5. Don't forget the wicks. You can get wicked out if you're too close to your price point here. You can get wicked out. You know, so 0.65, something like that. So like this way, the limit price is your bid ask range, and your stop price is your market. So it'll help you kind of hit a bit of both. It's confusing, to be honest. It's way simpler just to go with market and just have your premiums just set. Just put the premium there. The only way it happens is if it's moving so fast and it blows through. By the time market hits, it could be if you have a 0.7 stop and it moves really, really quickly, it might close you at like 0.65, right, or 0.6. So you're losing more. Yeah. Yeah, manually closing your green, of course. I mean, it's always. I would not set a sell order if I'm actively watching the screen. Only time I do that is if it is doing really big wicks and then the bodies are kind of moving around, but it's wicking a lot. I will do that because I'm hoping for that one wick to flick right into my line and then give me that sell. So I will do a sell order on fast moving stuff because it's a lot quicker than trying to hope that my phone can keep up or internet or whatever, right? So I've done that before. Where's the see, I don't use a browser much. It's kind of confusing. Oh, I bet you it's over my dashboard. So if I wanted to amend this and change this sell order, instead of going back in and doing it manually, in your dashboard, you're just going to have a pending order there. And you're just going to go ahead and change it to, see placed. So I want to cancel and replace it. We're just going to continue. It's going to bring it back up. So, man, mobile is so good. Wait, mobile is way easier. This is so confusing. I hate doing this. I don't want that anymore. Okay, so now it's going to be gone. All right. In mobile, literally, you just hit replace and it brings up your replacement screen and you just type in the new premium. It's super fast. This is like way more confusing to use browser. I don't like that at all. Ugh. Y'all that use browsers, man, y'all are superheroes or something. I don't know. Let's just put a 0.79. See, that would have been so much faster on my mobile to replace it. I know, right? Oh my gosh, Robinhood, this is like cumbersome and confusing. Holy moly. Yeah, I know I have no contracts because I have a sell order put in. Yeah, mobile is way faster. Holy moly. This is why I use mobile. Yeah, but so did I answer your question though? That's how you would do it. You would go to the sell to close area and then you just drop down the caret and then put one in. That way, you just put the premium in. So this way you have it already set. It's a quick stop loss. Well, quick. I mean, on mobile, that's how you do it. Quick. You just go to sell limit. It'll say limit order with a caret, and you put that. Just drop down to market, put your premium in, and then order it. So on mobile, it would take you 3-4 seconds. I guess you can do that here, but yeah. Man, Amazon would have been a really great one to jump into. Crypto's rising. All right, anything else out there? Anybody? Anyone wants to look anything else? You can look back at Hood. What's Hood doing? Still climbing. Unstoppable. SPY still choppy. I told you earlier, an hour ago, I said SPY's it's gonna chop. He's just gonna chop. Tomorrow's gonna be really kind of scary, to be honest. It's the first time of seeing him in his role, and who knows what he's gonna actually do. So Microsoft still consolidating. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a great day to do some trades. It's just, it's nothing really out there. Oh, the Amazon sold. So there it goes. So see how I already had it placed and I was just talking to y'all and it sold? Yep. So it's gone. It'll be right here. So, yeah. That's how you do it. There you go. All right. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, I just got an alert, as you heard. Buy Marvel before Friday. Or Marvel, sorry. Why? Oh, 'cause Monday, right. Okay. This is why I set alerts on my phone to figure out, okay, so Marvel is being added to, no, not add, what is happening? On the 22nd of so Monday, Marvel is, something's happening to it. I wish I put more details in my comment here on my alert. Something's up with Marvel on the 22nd of June. I can't remember exactly what it is. Sorry. It's already in the NASDAQ, so it's not that. But something's up with them on the 22nd, and I'll put it in the Discord. I'll Google it after we're done here, and I'll put it in the Inner Circle chat for you guys. I'll put it in here and explain what it is I'm talking about. But something's up with the 22nd, so I have an alert here to buy more shares today and tomorrow based on Monday's situation. So yeah, weird. I'm not sure what it is anymore. Sorry. But yeah, I'll look into it and I will follow up with you on that. I'll make a post and put it on the Inner Circle. All right, well, I'm going to be out of here. I think there's not much to do, not a lot to play today with a lot of chop going on. It's just all waiting for tomorrow's meeting. Morning tomorrow, I don't know. My guess is it's going to be nervous. This market will be nervous about what he's going to say. We all expect him to not do any price cuts. We expect him to hold. It's less expected to do a price or a rate hike by 0.25, though possible. With the deal with Iran, I think he's going to give it more time and not do a price hike or rate hike. Sorry. So I don't know. I'm thinking chop to slight bearish tomorrow morning because of the indecision, and then it's just going to be a wild ride once he starts talking. Guidance is going to be the biggest issue. Once the report comes out and says, "Oh, we're not going to do a price hike or cut. We're going to hold," the market's probably going to do a little bit of a rally. Like, all right, yep, okay, we knew that part. A little bit of a rally. All right, sweet. And then when he's talking, that's when it's going to be more of a, oh. So if he's hawkish, if he's like, hey, Debbie Downer, looking like we're probably going to raise this thing up by 0.25 next time, then we're going to see a sell-off. If it's dovish, where it's like, oh, the Iran war thing's done, prices are going to get better, inflation will get better because we have oil prices reducing, it's going to put less strain on us, then it might rally a little bit. I don't know. That's my take on tomorrow's FOMC meeting. I don't have much else to say about that. I don't really have any stocks to look at this point. Everything we've kind of looked at has either ran. Hood. This is ridiculous. 108 now. Oh my goodness. I am in some of the weekly dividend shares. That's kind of cool. That's cool to see that thing running. But that's funny. Oh, HIMS is running too a little bit. That's fun. ARMW, ARMW. That thing's been up nicely. Look into that one. That's weekly dividends paid to you weekly, and then you get growth on top of that as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm up just 10%, but that one's nice. Yeah. Oh, I don't have that much. Oh, darn. I thought I had more in the Hood W. Hood, or Hoowow? Hoowow, I guess is what it would be. HOOW. I thought I had more shares in there. I don't. Only 13% on a few. But that will make the premiums, or not premiums, that will make the dividend prices go up as Hood rises. So next week's payment of dividends will be higher. So that's cool. Walmart's still dropping. Oh my goodness. I'm waiting for Walmart's bottom too, man. Hopefully tomorrow and oil prices, if we can get back to like a nice baseline, Walmart will pop back up. Walmart's upside is crazy. Oh, we're doing a Hood put tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, even maybe later today. This is nuts. This is crazy. $10 move? Holy moly, man. That thing's due to fall. That's crazy town. All right, I'm going to remind myself about Marvell here. Microsoft. Oh, there we go. Maybe some downside. Maybe it's not going to... It's going to stick right here in this lower part of that box and it's going to fall. Yeah. 84 you said, right? Yeah, it won't take much to give up that. That's true. Oh, someone just asked me to analyze Zoom on the Discord here. Bought a Hood call, your put is money. Yeah, I mean, it's been overbought all day, and it just needs a little bit of selling pressure to start a cascade effect. And at $10, that easily can give you a solid move. I mean, where's the last support? Like way back here. Back in February. Holy cow. And where is the oh, we're up here. Yeah, it blew through all of that like it didn't even exist. It's like, nah, we're gonna ignore all of the prior resistances. It's okay. So now we're sitting, yeah, real close to 109. 109 IC being the top end. If it hits 109 and keeps pushing, easily into 110s then, but I'm thinking 109 is going to be the ceiling on Hood here. I mean, obviously, I could be wrong because this thing's been just ridiculous all day. But if 109 is the ceiling, somewhere in there, I would even venture to say like 108.90, something like that. We'll see. I don't know. But if that's the case, the 50 on, well, that's too small a time frame. The 50 on a 15-minute is way the heck down here at 99, 100. So an $8 fall back to the 50. 103, 104 to get back to the 13. So yeah, puts on Hood might be a thing. Set an alert for yourselves for a price action change. Might be a good one. And like I said, I'll get back to you on why I set an alert for Marvell on a Monday. And Microsoft's consolidating still. SPY, I don't know what it's doing. Probably just flat still. So oh, there's one that you guys might want to look at. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna do. It's cheap, but it might do something. It's got decent upside. $10. It's right now just about $2. It's SL. Oh, I just lost it. Where'd it go? SLNH. Soluna Holdings. they've got a few things that they're dealing with. Some crypto stuff, energy stuff. It's a weird mixture of things. They're based out of Albany, New York. Low market cap, 287 million. I don't know, just something that might be interesting. They've had some executive selling, but it's one of those where if they do have a partnership with anybody decent, it's gonna, it can easily pop to $5, $6, $7 real quick. So just throwing things out there for you guys. Keep that one in your back pocket. Look into the company and just see what you think. I don't know. It might be a dud, and it's just one thing that I noticed the other day. People talking about it, and it could be an interesting one to go with. I have like 17 shares on it. It's like less than $20, just in case. If it was to go from $2 to 10, and you have 17 shares, that's cool. It's just a small little holding. Anyways, I don't know. Is there anything else anybody wants to cover? We've lost a few people, viewers, so I'm not sure what else is left to do. Should have stayed in that put. Yeah, Microsoft's looking still bearish. It's not looking like it's going to get back up into this channel. I mean, anything can change, but we still have the 13 pushing down. Hood is starting around. It's getting tired. I don't know. We got smaller and smaller candles. MACD starting to turn. CCI is a slight turn on it. Watch for a spot right in here for enter some puts. Not financial advice, but could be a good runner. Possibly. Let's move it up. More like there. All right, I'm just dabbling now. Open a put and hood. All right, she in it. She in it to win it. As she says that, it starts to rise again. Yeah, I mean it's somewhat early. It's only 12 Eastern time, so it's still lunchtime in New York. Half the traders are ignoring the market at this moment. They're kind of like whatever. So it's going to be more toward like another hour before this thing will do anything significant. Maybe another 30 minutes. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it. I don't know what else to talk about or say. Been going for a little over an hour. I'll get back to you on Marvell. I don't know why I put an alert on my phone. There's something about 22nd. I'll look into that. I'll get back to you. All right. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate all of the comments and the interactions. Again, I have a link for monthly payments for the lifetime. If you want to get to lifetime for Earner Plus, but the one stop payment is too heavy, I have links for payment plans, and I'll get a code as well. There's a code too. But I would appreciate if you're going to upgrade, if you use my link. It helps out a little bit. So, all right, I think that's it. I'll give you another little bit to comment here, just in case there's anybody else that wants to jump on last second. Thank you, Crystal. We'll see you out there. Appreciate it. Please stop by. Glad you got the link to work. That's cool. And good luck on your Microsoft. And well, I mean, you're already in profit for Microsoft. You really want to get that 384. So I think you'll grab it. You'll get it. It's not that far off. You're close. You're close. The hood put, man. Ay. It's pushing that line. It's pushing that line. I don't know. At some point, it's gonna fall, right? It can't go on forever. Or can it? So, one thing. I'm just gonna do it live just because we're on. I want to look at it anyways. Nice. Okay. So Berkshire Hathaway. Look at this. I marked out an inverse head and shoulders. Five-minute doji. England playing today. Oh, sweet. I want to watch that. I marked out a inverse head and shoulders here on. I don't know why there's no shade over there. On Berkshire, and I did do a call out back then in my channel, and I marked an upside, and it ran beautifully. Made a few $100. I sold way too early, to be honest. It hit right here and started pulling back a little bit in that candle, and I got scared. So I sold it, but then it ran, I mean, obviously it dipped down even worse, but it ran more. So yeah. 10-minute candle. Actually, it wasn't even that high. It was inside this 10-minute candle. If you spread that out, there's a few more candles in there. I sold it down here. Yeah. Then it ran more. But what I did was I literally just took the tip of the head of the inverse head and shoulders and price ranged it to the neckline, and then just moved it from the neckline up, roughly about right there. And that was my target. And you can see that it hit well within that target range. If you drop that right on the neckline there. It peaked above, most of it was a bit below, but if it hit at some point, it hit that target a few times. So you easily could have, sold anywhere in there. So when you see an inverse head and shoulders like that, definitely get a price range on it from the bottom valley average of the head to the neckline, and then move that up neckline high, and that generally will be your target price range. At some point, this one happened right away. I opened up the call somewhere in here, and the next morning, it ran for it. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes it just kind of trickles up. But yeah, so now we've fallen almost back down to neckline here. So I would definitely, actually, I want to keep that up. That's pretty cool. Let's take that out. So, historically, I want to keep that up just so I can review later in life. So watch for Berkshire Hathaway to come back down and retest this neckline support here at 488-ish. And if you are playing Berk at all for anything, go with that. I bet you it's going to sell off more with tomorrow happening. Oh, also the Japan 1% interest hike does kind of hurt Berkshire because they have holdings over there, real estate and things. So that's likely why we're seeing a sell-off here. And is that actually a mini head and shoulders? Kind of. That would explain the drop right here, huh? Let's see if it works out. Price range to neckline. Roughly. Look at that. Look at that. Kind of did. So yeah, right around here would be a good time to buy some shares possibly. Somewhere in here. It could fall a bit further down to the neckline at 488, but yeah, so cool stuff. All right, well, I think I'm out of here. Anything else? All right, well, if you need any links to upgrade to Lifetime, let me know. I got stuff for you. Also, that SoFi Robo account, same thing. if you guys want to check that out, I can help you get links to that too. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great day. See you in the Discord.